Stephen Espinoza has responded to speculation that Deontay Wilder rejected the $100 million plus offer from DAZN to go and take chicken change on Showtime against Dominic Breazeale. It's being quoted as actually a $120 million offer from DAZN rather than $100 million. So whatever the real figure is, we know that it's certainly a massive amount of money that he turned down. So I'm going to quote Stephen Espinoza here. He says, "We're not going to publicize all of the financial arrangements like others seem fit to do. Now, if we did, I think he'd probably receive less criticism. But his financial arrangements are his business and his business alone. But to be absolutely clear, in general terms, we never saw this as be loyal and take less money. He has established himself at a certain level and he's due compensation of that level. And he's getting that. He just decided to stay with his current partner in order to continue getting that." He continues on, talking about the Wilder-Breazeale fight. He said, "It's refreshing, but it's not surprising coming from Deontay." Espinoza said of Wilder's loyalty, "This will be our 12th fight together. We've spent a fair amount of time together, and I know he's a loyal guy, but that's not the end of the conversation. Loyalty doesn't mean that you dance with who brought you, even if it means taking 1/10 of what's available in the open market. That's not the kind of loyalty we would ever expect. Loyalty means if you are generally in the same neighborhood with the financial opportunities, I think loyalty is the tiebreaker to stay with the guys who got you there." And I think that's the situation. So that's why I think it's important to emphasize that Deontay isn't making a financial sacrifice. So I'm going to read between the lines here, people, because this guy is talking in, nuances, and he's not being forthright with what he actually means here, right? He's kind of going around the houses. My interpretation of what Stephen Espinoza is saying here is that Deontay Wilder is not getting $20 million to fight Dominic Breazeale. That seems very obvious. It is normal in the United States for fighters' purses to be publicly disclosed. That is the norm. The fact that they're not publicly disclosing Deontay Wilder's purse, to me, suggests that he's not getting anywhere near $20 million. Showtime have not matched DAZN's offer. That's my interpretation. That's my opinion. And I have no doubt that if Showtime were matching DAZN's offer or exceeding DAZN's offer of $20 million to fight Breazeale, they'd be publicizing it all over the place. Stephen Espinoza acted like, "Oh, we don't publicize what we're paying fighters." What a crock of you-know-what. It is normal in the United States to publicize fighters' purses. Particularly in the run-up to the fight and after the fight, they normally get published. And we'll see if that happens with Deontay Wilder. Maybe there's a mole in the camp somewhere that can expose the number. But for now, Stephen Espinoza is playing those cards very close to his chest. And again, I think it's fairly obvious why. Because they ain't matching DAZN's number of 20 million, in my opinion. So they're talking about loyalty and, okay, it might not be exactly that number, but it's in the same kind of ballpark. What is the same ballpark? What are they paying him? 12 million? It'd be very good if Deontay Wilder could get 12 million for the Dominic Breazeale fight from Showtime. It's still way, way, way off what DAZN offered him. But hey, it's still a nice little payday, So again, the only reason I'm even interested in what Deontay Wilder's getting paid is to try and establish whether Wilder is actually serious, whether him and his team are actually serious about making the undisputed fight. That's what it's all about. Ultimately, I don't care how many tens of millions Wilder and Fury and AJ are making. As long as they're making good money and they're getting paid and not getting ripped off by anybody, I'm happy for them. I'm always pro-fighter. I want the fighters to be getting paid crazy amounts of money because this is an extremely dangerous sport. They should be compensated for it. They're gambling with their lives being professional boxers. So, whether it's 10 million, 20 million, 50, 100 million a fight, good for them. My only interest in Deontay Wilder's purse or the purses of any of these other fighters is to try and figure out their real intentions. If Deontay Wilder really wants the undisputed fight, if he really wants to fight AJ, why on earth would he turn down a better offer from DAZN and take a worse offer from Showtime if he really wants the AJ fight? Because the offer from DAZN included the AJ fight. Why would he turn that down if Showtime are not offering him anything better? Therein lies the issue. And that's where you can try and deduce a person's intentions. You watch what somebody does. Actions speak louder than words. You don't watch what they say, you watch what they do. A tree is known by its fruits. What has Deontay Wilder actually done? He's been talking a good game, but when it comes to what he's actually done, he had the opportunity to fight AJ several times now, but this has been the best offer so far. Turned it down. Has taken less money. Make it out what you will, people. For me, I think that it clearly shows that either Wilder or, more than likely, his team do not want the AJ smoke right now. They don't want it. They don't mind the Fury smoke, although that fight was mandated, to be fair. So maybe they didn't really want that smoke either. If it weren't for the WBC ordering it, maybe Wilder wouldn't have taken that route. But with AJ, it seems clear. Their actions show they don't want that smoke right now. Here's what it is. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section below. It's happening, I'm out. Join me on Patreon. I upload a minimum of 2 podcasts every single week, covering a wide variety of controversial topics, as well as live stream Q&A sessions. Take a look on screen right now at some of the podcasts I've produced so far. For just $3 a month, the equivalent of about £2 a month, you get access to all my new podcasts and my entire back catalogue of past podcasts, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen on your computer or on your smartphone or tablet by downloading the Patreon app from the Google Play Store or the App Store for free. The Patreon app also allows you to download each podcast in MP3. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you get access to dozens of hours of exclusive content. It's easy to sign up, there's no contract, and you can cancel at any time. So come and join our community of free and critical thinkers by signing up with me here on Patreon today.